Yeah, sis, I have to ask you something. How crazy do you think Gypsy is? Please, you won't hurt my feelings or anything. I really want to know, though, since I just obviously can tell she is. I just can't seem to put it into words how crazy I think she is. These are the text messages between Nicholas Godejohn and two friends. One appears to be an ex-girlfriend. And we can see them discussing the murders on Dee Blanchard, and they are talking about Gypsy Rose. Let's go into it. The first one is between Ellie and Nicholas, which is a friend. Nicholas said, "Okay, well, did you get my text?" And then she said, "Yeah, I did. Have a good time." Nicholas said, "Oh, you got that one, but I sent another one after that. I forwarded it to you again." She said, "Oh, okay. Who changed their mind? I'm really confused now." And then Nicholas said, "Well, Gypsy did." "Okay, about killing her mom?" Nicholas, "Yes, she said she wants to see how our original plan goes first, with me meeting her mom and such, and I guess she just wanted to only do it as a last resort. So I guess I'll be meeting her and her mom still first before that idea was to ever happen." Said, "Well, okay." Nicholas, "Yeah, sis, I have to ask you something. How crazy do you think Gypsy is? Please, you won't hurt my feelings or anything. I really want to know, though, since I just obviously can tell she is. I just can't seem to put it into words how crazy I think she is." She then replied, "Well, I don't know how to put it into words either, but I will be honest. I would never ever kill my mom or anyone else unless they tried to kill me first." Which of course means self-defense. Nicholas continued, "Yeah, I know. I suppose situations change people, though, to where others are willing to do things that other people aren't. And obviously my mom, even though she has been hard on me overall, she has been a very good mother to me, so I could never do it to her. And the only reason I can understand it with her mom is because how unreasonably poor her mom treats her. But since it is the last resort thing, who knows, maybe it won't even happen." Ellie replied, "Ah, I suppose." The next one is between Nicholas Godejohn and Beth Dextrius, which appears to be an ex-girlfriend. Nicholas starts off the conversation, "Yeah, like I said, I am different, and actually you don't see a side of me that the woman I am with now knows about, and it still didn't even scare her off. It's called true love, Laura. Well, I have that now. You have no idea what I've been through with my husband, and it was a lot worse than what I went through with you, and I'm still by his side." Nicholas said, "Yeah, well, me and the one I'm with now are defying the laws of nature to stay together. It is as bad as can be. I won't tell you what I have to do to stay with her, but I'll have to do it if it means keeping her." She said, "Well, actually, Nick, I'm in the same boat. People have threatened to kill me, my husband, and my daughter for me to leave him, and I still haven't. There are demons in this world that are destined to keep me and him apart, but I'm not letting that tear us apart." Nicholas said, "Oh, I see. Well, you don't understand how bad it really is for me. I mean, you may know a nugget of it, but not the whole thing. Sorry, I cannot share it. It must stay between me and her." She said, "Well, this is the same between me and him. If I even think of telling someone my life is on the line, I could be killed any day now." "Well, someone else's life is on the line, and that's all I can say. Sorry," she said. "You think I don't know how it is, but I do. I got into a whole another world and life after that. I knew nothing about until I met him. Tim, rather." He said, "Well, believe me, Laura, you don't know what I'm talking about. Just keep it at that. I cannot say any more," she said. "Well, I'm not asking you to say any more. I know what you're talking about," Nicholas said. "Okay, well, then tell me if you are so confident in that you know," she said. "Well, what I'm talking about are demons and spirits from other worlds, the Wiccan world, the afterlife." Nicholas said. "Well, that is something completely different from what I am experiencing, and what we have to deal with soon. You see, you don't know what I'm talking about, but if it must stay between me and her, I guess it has to," she said. "Completely different? What could be worse than the chaos of the dragons and the rulers of the spirit world and the afterlife threatened to kill her whole family for staying with one person?" She continued, "Well, you know, I have ghosts that are haunting me. They are possessing Tim. Have him try to kill me. He said, well, you are in a whole different dilemma than me, but once I do what I must, I'll have to disappear from a place on Earth, possibly for the rest of my life, and she'll have to come with me, and leave all the past behind her. She said, we were the same way when I joined the coven. He said, well, the one I'm with is aware of that stuff too, but I cannot say any more, so I'm shutting up about it. What me and her must do in the future. She said, I have to do things I hate, terrible things, that I hate just to keep him. He said, I would be surprised if you were in the exact same spot as me. She said, you would be surprised. She said, Nick, I have to have sex with Tim in ways I hate in order to keep him. I make deals with the devil and have to do as he says, otherwise I lose. Nicholas said, whoa, and just think if we would have been together, you wouldn't went down that path. The one I'm with is aware of those things. However, I will have to do the unthinkable, just to keep me and her safe, and I must say, please never come around me. Is that I worry for the sake of him, not you. I would never hurt you, even to this day, but what this sounds like he is putting you through, it makes me sad, even though it does. I can't open up about my situation even if I wanted to. In truth, I do, but I can't. As you know, me being a Taurus, the most loyal sign in the zodiac, if I must say anything, I would betray myself as much as I would betray her, and I cannot do that to her. But I will let you know I hope you stay safe, even if you have to do things that are BDSM related. Then we go to another day, June the 9th. 2015, and we can see that this is the last day that Dee Blanchard was alive. Nicholas had a conversation with Ellie. Let's go into it. She says, hey bro, how are you? I'm alright. I hope to see Gypsy tonight. She said, oh, I thought you were going to get her. He said, well, I am, sis, but it takes time though. She said, are you at home right now? He said, no, I'm in a hotel in Springfield. I just got to her. It will be early in the morning when I do, sis. Ellie said, is her mom all cool with everything at this point? He said, no, not really, because, well, she almost got kicked out of her mom's house. She only saved it because she still hasn't gotten done packing up her things, sis. He said, since honestly her relationship with her mom seems broken, since I guess those two argue every day. She said, how does she plan to get out of the house to go home with you? He said, well, you already know of her secret. She doesn't need her wheelchair. She can walk, so she probably just either sneak out or something like that. She said, oh, I see. He said, yep. However, if all else gets worse, I may have to get involved, which I'm prepared to. She said, well, interesting. Yeah, he said, just as life is meant to be interesting. She said, yeah, that's true.